I'm like scared to now talk on this thing because I don't know who's gonna listen. Because the last time when I was telling you about who listened to it, she was told by another girl I used to go out with.
Oh,
because she listened.
You just need to stop dating women.
The only reason why that girl listened to it is because the way it was titled. It said my worst date. I think.
Oh yeah, our first date.
Yeah, so I think she saw that on Instagram and she only listened to it to see if I talked about her, and then I ended up talking about the other girl. So she told the other girl to listen.
Hilarious.
But at least hey, it's a viewer. Thank you.
How do we get the numbers on Spotify? Like,
I can pull those numbers up. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Because I think there's actually a lot of people that listen on Spotify.
We average probably about 11 viewers or listeners per episode.
That's pretty good, actually. That's a lot more than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
On average, that's pretty good. Like for average.
Yeah.
Considering there's like 10 million podcasts out there.
Yeah, exactly. 11 people find this interesting enough.
Apparently, yeah. All right.
My mom actually listens to every episode.
Your mom listens to every episode?
She has it on Spotify.
Oh my god, so she even listens to this last weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, does she think I'm a total prick?
No.
Because even I listened to the episode, I'm like, man.
I think she listens to the one I'm in, and then she listens
Which
to
was the one last week?
No, the one last week was me.
No, the week before then.
And then my sister, or not my sister, Ashley listens to everyone that I'm in as well.
Oh my god, does she think I'm a total dickbag?
I'm like, Ashley, gotta listen to all of them. Not just me.
Probably thinks
Dan was so
Oh
fucking
man,
needy.
there was one part, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm listening to it in the car with Brittany and Ashley on the way up to the lake last weekend.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
Which part?
Oh, like the bad date and all that stuff, and I don't know. I just thought I was gonna go.
Oh
bad.
no,
like,
why
oh
would?
no.
Oh,
don't include
you guys.
Wait,
You drove up to the lake listening to the one
like,
where.
oh my God, Christian, like that isn't true.
About what?
I don't know, some girl stuff. I don't know.
Oh, they don't know shit.
I can't remember, dude. Dude, I have a short-term memory. I don't care.
Like I didn't even talk about. I don't know. I just talked about.
We just talked about our experiences. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the girl that
they actually did. They're like Christian when you said like the 49-year-old part.
Oh, that's funny.
Christian. This isn't part of the podcast.
Why? Is it? I hope it is.
No, this is not. Part of the podcast.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's not.
We can keep it in. Yeah,
sure. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
like I mean, I kept it last week. I kept it in the part where Dan said he wanted to be a black man.
Yeah, but we already knew that part.
I feel like if anybody actually listens to the show like consistently and they listen to the episodes with Dan, they know to take what he's saying with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Or if anything like that. And I feel like he can't really say anything offensive.
I think
because you know it's like, oh, okay.
I think we need to put hidden cameras in his bedroom. And I think it'd be comedic gold.
All right. Well, speaking of cameras, we do have the GoPro on this one here recording us here. So be conscious of what you do with your hands and face, all right? All right, now you got people staring at your ugly mugs.
Is freaking me out.
Your neck beard?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry.
Let's actually kick this thing off. Welcome to another episode of the Entertaining
Do we
Stupid
look at
Podcast.
the camera now? Is that what we do?
I mean, you can. Yeah, look into it if you want.
Does Joe Rogan never actually look into it though?
No, he doesn't. He pretends it's not there.
So don't look all the way into it.
All right. Well, my name is Buddy Jayson, and my friends today with me are
Matty B
and Christian.
Yeah. So Christians, you wanted to talk about this topic for a long time now. You wanted to speak about parents, and it's something that sort of just brought this to my mind again was this week, me and my brothers decided to do something nice for my mother. She has a piece of shit car, so me and my brothers pulled some money.
For a second I thought you said your mom's a piece of shit, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Wow.
So I mean, me and my brothers.
What
pulled,
did she drive?
Before she had like this CRV Sport from like 2008 or something like that,
okay.
but it was just
when CRVs got bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just garbage. So me and my brothers pulled our money together, and we bought my mom a 2014 RAV4 HLE.
Wow.
Super nice.
You pitched in for this?
Yeah,
Holy.
yeah. It's got like leather interior, and you know the special dash, and all the
like
bells
heads
and
up
whistles.
display.
Yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and like when I presented it to her, my mom was kind of like, she was grateful, but she also had issues with it. Like she wanted to know like how much each one of us pitched in.
She actually
in
wanted
the thing. And like she was like, why didn't you include me in the decision? You know what kind of car I was getting. I'm like, Mom, we're giving you a car. Okay. Like just be happy about it.
Did you do any kind of like a research on what she might like in terms of like color or package, or because what if you got her a CRV but she hated the fucking color and was like, oh, I don't like leather, I like cloth. Like did you do any kind of like
we
probing?
did. Yeah, we
like,
did.
Hey,
we
Mom,
did. We did.
Would you think you drive that or
Because like my mom's always been wanting to upgrade her vehicle for quite some time now, and she's always mentions things here and there, and I've made note of it. It's like she wants
an SUV.
Yeah,
right?
she wants the SUV, so that she can move stuff around. She can take multiple people in her car, and she can go on longer road trips without any sort of major worries or anything like that. And then as for the color, she prefers I guess like traditional Asian colors.
What does that mean?
Like the red to symbolize,
I was actually
fortune.
looking for the thing on your wall.
I moved it. I got the skateboard up there now. The beige champagne color again to sort of symbolize like wealth and stuff like that. So we got a red one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my dad was like, super grateful about it. My mom was grateful about it, but she always kept like making these little like condescending comments about things.
Probably because she doesn't like surprises.
Is that no? I'm gonna be honest. Is that an Asian thing? Is that an Asian mom? Like Asian
that's
parent?
that's what I feel that it is. Like
Okay.
like anything that me and my brothers do, like it's great, but there's always more that we could have
done.
Yeah.
Or do you think it was more like? I'm just wording it the other way. Like, do you think that she's like, I wish you would have just included me because this is great, but I didn't want you to have to spend all this money on me.
Wait, did
like,
you buy it?
Do you think it was like that at all?
Yeah, we paid.
You paid for it outright?
Yeah.
A brand new CRV?
Yeah, but there's no. It's 2014.
Oh, it's
2014.
2014. Oh,
Yeah,
I missed that
2014.
part. Oh, okay.
We
He's not
paid.
an active listener.
We paid like.
Shut up, Matt. Shut up, Matt.
We
We're in the
paid.
same bunny hug as last week.
We paid like like $12,000 for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So it's like $4,000 each, in theory.
Okay.
So do you
That's
think
nice,
like
that's cool.
back to my question though? Do you think it was more because like she's not big? She rather have just been a part of it, not being surprised, and she didn't want you to spend all that money on her. Do you think that's what
I think
she was spending it at?
I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
Like stereotypically Asians are cheap, My mom doesn't like us spoiling her with all this kind of stuff when we can just put that money away for like retirement is typically what she keeps telling us to do.
Is
It,
a
but
lot
like,
to spend.
we're like we won't like, hey, this is a gift for you. We appreciate you, Mom, but
Yeah. I think it's just like, and it's different traditions, right? Like she comes up in a different age group, right? So like back then they probably didn't do that for their parents. I don't know, do they do that for their grandparents?
No.
Yeah, probably not, right? So it's just a different.
Actually, you know what's funny? Now
Generation.
that I'm thinking about it, my mom probably would have done the exact same thing, and she's not Asian of any sort. My dad once got, for last Christmas, got her a statue of this bear that this local artist did. Like she works for she does contract work for Disney and stuff. Like she did the mural. You know the Broadway roastery that's got those kids. Yeah, she drew that. That's the same artist. So she did a sculpture of this bear, right? And I think it was like my dad got it at a decent price. It was still really expensive, but it was kind of like a prototype.
Yeah.
And he gave it to my mom for Christmas, and she just stared at it.
What
And
the
looked
fuck
at
would I do
him.
with the bear?
Yeah, she looked at him and was like, "Where am I supposed to put this?"
Oh my god.
Like didn't even say thank you or anything. And my dad was crushed because he probably had spent close to $4,000 on that.
Holy shit.
And he had it for a while and was saving it. And then my mom's like, where am I supposed to put this?
how big of a statue were you?
It was like maybe like a foot long by like half a foot maybe. Like it's not very big. So it sits on their buffet table now, but she was just like, why can't you get something that's useful? I think that's what she said to him on Christmas. Why can't you get something that I can use? And my dad was he's like, I am never buying you a gift again. And this is us opening gifts on Christmas morning at my sister's house.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So where's the bear now?
It's on the buffet table. Matt, you're not an active listener. What are you doing?
Shut up, Christian.
So maybe it's just a mom thing. I don't know. Is your mom like that, Matt?
I don't really think so, but I mean, I don't think we've ever gotten her a bear for her
Like if you made her a macaroni picture tomorrow and gave it to her, would she be like, "Oh, Matthew, this is wonderful. I'm gonna put this on my desk.
She'd probably hang it up, yeah.
Really, she would do that?
Yeah.
My mom would probably throw it out.
No.
No,
she probably would. My mom has like paintings like from like little cousins like that they were like 2 or
Okay,
3.
little cousins, but I'm talking you're a 28-year-old
Yeah,
man.
I know, but they're on the fridge. Like they're still in the fridge.
Can you
and they've been there for 3 years.
Can we do an experiment? Can you please make a macaroni picture for your
I'm
mom.
not making a macaroni
Please,
picture.
we'll make
Can
one
you-
tomorrow.
No.
We'll be
Like a
watching
macaroni
football.
portrait of yourself and your mom, like all smiling.
But it's like of you and Ashley and your dog, and it's all like stick figures, but macaroni, and you gotta glue it
No,
onto there,
we're
and
not doing
please,
that.
and then you have to write from Matt, but you have to do like letters backwards, like the
Oh
R
my
is
God,
backwards.
no.
and
the T's are upside
No.
down.
Yeah, no, that's a little. Your mom would not like that.
I'm not doing that.
But no, can we please do this
No,
and then give it
that's
to
so
your mom? Why
stupid.
not? It'd be funny.
Oh my god.
Your
No.
mom would love it.
My mom likes like this stupid orange sweater. Like she loves the fucking bright colors like this stuff. So that's
Okay.
I purposely bought this to troll my mom, and I bought my mom the same sweater.
Wait, she likes it or doesn't like
She
it?
loves it. Like she loves these stupid colors like this that are bright orange and bright yellow. So I bought her one of these, like the exact same hoodie, and I did it on purpose so that I could.
You should get her some high vis funny from Mark's
She
Work
just
Warehouse.
loves it, man. Like it's so funny. Like she likes the dorkiest things.
That's
Yeah.
you have.
But
to
she's
do
a
this.
simple person. Like I mean, like you
How
get
dare
her.
you call your mother simple?
No, but it's awesome. Like, it just sounds crazy, but like, you get her like an iTunes gift card for $100 or this and that. She just loves it. Like,
Has she ever been disappointed in you?
Of course.
Like, when?
Well, I think that back in high school, like, it was like disappointing that I wasn't doing my part that I'm supposed to do with my homework and all that stuff. I would just play video games and all that, and I could have had way better grades than I did. And I think she was like, what the fuck? Like, you got to do your homework, because I got in a lot of shit for it, right? Because I just always didn't do it. Like from grade 10 and 11, I kind of just barely
Well,
not
okay,
barely passed.
Can
by,
you be your mom, and I'll be you, and I'll be you in high school playing video games, not doing my homework. Say if you're in the basement at your parents' house, you're playing
That's
video
exactly
games,
what it was.
and she comes downstairs, and what does she say to you? So I'm just playing.
So
I'm like,
no, it wouldn't be like that. It'd only be when you get the report card, and then she's like,
okay, so I'm downstairs playing. I'm
Yeah.
playing video games downstairs, and I have a report card sitting on the table in front of me.
Yeah.
And she comes downstairs, she picks it up, and what does she say?
well, I don't. Like
And
she's
like-
yell. She would yell.
Really? No, but you get to pretend.
I'm not gonna. I don't know how to pretend. Like, dude.
Be like, oh yeah, is she like, is this your report card? And I'd be like,
no,
yeah, this is my report
well,
card.
it says my name on it.
Yeah,
of
and
course.
she picks it up.
She
and-
goes and like, why are you doing so poorly in math?
Well, yeah, she would say like, why are you doing so poorly in math? Are you doing your homework? And I'd be like, no. Well, I'd lie, and then she'd be like, you're
be like,
lying.
yeah.
No, she'd be like, you're lying. You're not doing your homework, are you? I'm like, no, because I couldn't lie to her. And then I can't even lie in the video game like with the friends, man.
We were playing,
Like,
a murder game, murder mystery game, and we're like, yeah, Matt's a liar, and then Matt, yeah, no, it was me.
It's
It
like
was
as
me.
soon as you're playing video games and she's talking to you and she knows
Oh,
that you're
no,
lying
no.
because you died in the video game
No.
and she knows your concentration.
My mom
is
was
elsewhere.
like, my mom would like stared me down, and like it was scary, and I was like scared of her, like for that stuff. When you got her pissed off, like it was like.
So out of your
you're
parents,
shit.
is that who you're most scared of? Was your mom opposed to your dad?
The only time I was really scared of my dad, like my dad, I remember the first time, like, there was a whole situation, like, my mom really cares, like, when she gets upset, but that's because she cares about you, right? Like,
Yeah.
so she gets, like, disappointed but upset, and she's like, you can do better. You know, that's the way I always felt it was like that. So, like, one
Constructive
time, like,
criticism.
I had a friend, like, he ended up, you know, like, really acting weird, and it was because he had done some drugs.
Oh, I know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
but I'm not gonna go into detail there. But like, so, like the mother was asking my mom, like, do you know anything about it? Because like I would hang out with him and
Yeah.
other people, right? And it was kind of like I got kind of pressure in the corner. She's like, have you been doing this? Have you been doing this? I'm like, the only thing I've ever done is weed. And this was like I was like 16. I was like, I tried it,
And I snorted rock.
and I said I tried it. It wasn't for me. I didn't like it, and I hadn't done it since. Like, and that was the truth because I had a bad time. And I know he's done that, but that's all I know he's done. And then she was good with it, but then when my dad found out, my dad didn't talk to me for like 2 days.
that you did weed?
Yeah, he was
Really?
he was disappointed in me. Yeah.
Oh, sort of like, oh, okay. Even how do they feel that's legal though? Like how would they feel now if you smoked it?
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, like if I'm being honest, like if I'm a parent now, like knowing with what like my experiences with it, I don't think I'd want my teenage son or daughter
No,
to do
because
it.
it doesn't recommend. You're not
It's
supposed
not.
to do it.
It's not
till,
good
like,
when they're developing still. So like I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You know,
How-
I'd be like, don't do it now.
Yeah.
How do your parents feel about someone like Dan?
Well, Dan's different though, because Dan didn't do it until he was like 23 or 24. Like that's the difference. He wasn't a pothead in high school at all.
No.
He never even did weed until he was in his 20s.
No.
So, and like everything's different, right? Like I've done it since, and I've had some good times, and then I had a really bad time last time, so I haven't done it since.
Yeah.
So, but that's cool. Like, now I know, like, it's good for me. I don't need it. Like,
maybe as a parent, that's like almost what you want is your kid just to have like a bad experience.
And my mom,
not
even,
the
my
worst
mom's,
experience,
like,
but a decently bad experience where
like,
I'm good.
Of course, like she's like, I've tried it. Like, it's not bad. Like, I didn't get in shit. Like, I didn't get grounded for it or anything like that. You know. Because they were really concerned about this other person's health because he was acting so weird.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
That was probably like mental illness.
Yeah, and my dad was just like disappointed, but like I didn't go out of my way. I was kind of scared of him.
He actively didn't talk to you for 2 weeks.
Well, no, 2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
Yeah, not 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That'd be insane. But I didn't even. I was like scared. Like I was also scared of like talking to him. So like that was partly on me. He probably would have talked to me if I went up to him. But
I want to ask you guys to see if this is just my family or if you guys experience too. But like for me at least. The dynamic between my parents is my dad is usually the silent type and my mom is the one to like vocalize everything. So if I ever did anything wrong, my mom was the one yelling at me. My dad would just give me the stern like, hey, I'm disappointed in you kind of look and like grunt or whatever and just like, you know, just continue on with his day.
Yeah. No.
Well, yeah. My mom is like you could hear my mom from Kansas. That's how a lot of my mom is. Like, honestly, she talks very loud and she's very outgoing. She's very, like, I have a lot of qualities like my mom. Like, the extroverted side is definitely my mom and myself. I think I get a lot of my, like, empathy from her. And my dad's very empathetic, too, but my mom's very, like, she's very, very selfless. And I don't think she knows how much she will do anything for anyone.
Yeah.
And she cares so much about other people and takes care, like, when my mom and I call her my mère, but that's my grandma, like French grandma. They were like best friends. Like, we always went to Debden. That's a town like 2 hours away from Saskatoon. We always went there. They always did stuff together. And then when my grandpa died, she came into the city and we'd always hang out. She stayed at her house and all that stuff. And then, she went to a home, but not like it was kind of like a manor. So like you could still go and do same things, but you have like a nice room and you have food given like to you. You don't have to make it and stuff like that. And then when she passed away, my mom would still go there for happy hour every Friday, like just to talk to the people and stuff like that. Like
that's pretty nice.
That's pretty nice, man. Like not a lot of people do that, and it's like, wow. Like I wish I could be.
Next time you have a family dinner, you have to bring me.
Yeah,
sounds like a cool environment.
Well, like it's pretty impressive. Like and then my dad too. Like my dad is just, like he worries, but that's because how much he cares about you. He's like, hey, can you text me when you get there or this or that? Because he just loves you so much that he wants to make sure that you're safe, right? And he'd do anything for you. So that's the way I find it. And I think there's that dynamic. My dad's a lot more quiet than my mom, like you said. Like my mom talks a lot, and my dad's kind of the quieter type. But I used to talk to my mom about stuff, but now I talk to my dad a lot too about just one-on-ones with him too.
Okay, it's just because like my mom, like because my mom is so vocal about complaints and stuff like that. Like me and my brothers will, when we make major life decisions, we won't really include her or tell her. Like,
oh yeah, you'll go to your dad first.
No, I mean we mentioned to our dad. My dad doesn't mention it to my mother.
You probably just use your brothers as that stuff, right?
Probably, yeah. But so one of the big things is when we all moved out of the house, like my older brother decided he was going to go to Japan and teach English there, do some snowboarding for like a year, right?
Yeah.
The original plan was he was out in Calgary. He was supposed to come back to Saskatoon to see mom one last time before he goes out on this adventure and then head on out. But I get this call at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I answer. It's my older brother. He's like, hey, change of plans. I'm jumping on a plane right now to fly to Japan. Tell mom I love her and that I'm leaving. Like, oh, okay. All right, fine. I hang up. I fall asleep. And I wake up at noon. And I walk out. And my mom's like, oh, you woke up in the middle of the day. What's going on? And I told her. She was super pissed about that. Wow. I decided to move out of my parents' place, and I told my mom about it. She was like, "Oh well, you don't have to move out. You can just save up some money, think about it, and then you can go buy your own place." I'm like, "Oh no, I want to do the grown up thing, I guess. Move out of the house, be independent, and that kind of stuff." So I waited until my mom went on vacation, packed up everything, and then just left.
Oh my
So my mom came home and found my room empty, and she was like, my little brother was there, and was like, where'd Jayson go? And he goes, oh yeah, no, you moved out about a week ago. And my mom, again, was super pissed about that. And then
Well, that's understandable, Jayson.
just recently, my little brother did the same thing. They were living in the condo together. And my mom just goes to do some grocery shopping and, just for the day or whatever. My brother pulls up the U-Haul, loads everything up, moves out of the house.
You guys
What is with that?
No wonder
Why?
your mom's pissed at you guys. You fucking ditch her and don't tell her shit.
Like, first-
fuck.
First, it's understandable that Jayson she goes on vacation, and in that, like, whatever, it's a week or something, and then he's gone. Then she's like, I can't even leave the house to go to the grocery store without one of my kids moving out.
Her oldest son just ditches her and goes.
They hide the U-Haul around the corner, and as soon as she turns the corner, they bring it in and they leave.
The best one is like, yeah, I'm going to Japan. Tell mom I love her, and then just fucks off for a year. Doesn't even tell her where he's going, and just says peace.
Dude, I'm on your mom's side with this one.
Yeah, I don't blame your mom on that one.
Yeah, it's just this habit that me and my brothers are like.
But you're also probably like thinking like, oh man, she's gonna tell me no, so I'm just gonna go do it. That's probably what you guys did.
That's probably what it is. Like we're better off asking for forgiveness than permission in the first place.
God.
Oh, but I just have this, like, my mom will always go on and on about it. She goes, whenever you guys get married, God help those women. Like, you guys are just going to do whatever the fuck you want. And
when you get divorced, you wait till she goes for her yoga class and she comes back and all the shit's gone. It's a note that says, okay, bye.
There's just divorce papers on the table. And
yeah.
like, yep, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, since you guys asked, with my parents, the person I talk to the most is probably my dad. I remember my mom was like, this may sound so shitty to say, but I feel like she was never really interested in what I was doing. She's got 3 daughters, and she was kind of consumed with like my 2 older sisters and their dancing for like a long time.
Yep.
And I was just like off like skateboarding or doing whatever, and she wasn't never really too interested in that. And I remember even like when I graduated from school, I think like a couple months before I graduated, she was like, wait, what are you doing again? She couldn't remember what the program was called. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But it's like not a knock against her. It's just the way it is.
She's busy.
Well, I mean, it's just,
Well, the way I see it, like, to be honest, like, my parents, I love them to death. Like, they mean the world to me. Like, and I know that I wouldn't be where I am without them. They created the foundation for me to become who I am. But it's also like, when you become older, like when you're done high school, it's like now it's your step to do what you want to do, and you create your own journey and your own path. It's just they're the building blocks for you to become who you are, right? And they give you those great traits as a person. So like they're not gonna always be interested in everything you do, and you're not gonna be always interested in things that they do. Like I'll be quite frank, like I'm with my friends so much, like oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
no, the battery pack died, so
okay.
That's a note for me to remember next time to charge everything before we
It'll
do
still
all
be
of
high
this.
there's
quality.
no auxiliary. You can just plug it in the wall.
These lamps are USB powered, so
Okay.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Anyway, so like I sometimes it's like I don't even ask my parents to do this or that. Like I just get advice from my friends, right? Or I do this and that and talk to them because they're essentially family to me too. But like I think I spend more time with them than I do with my own parents. I know it sounds crazy, but
no, it's not crazy at all.
like that's the way I kind of see it, and like you guys are like my brothers. Like I never had a brother, but you guys are like my brothers.
I never had a brother either.
Yeah, but like that's like the way I see it, and I can go to you guys and have those personal conversations with you guys and get advice from that too. And then if I'm really in a pickle, like that's where I go and talk to my parents. But like it's just a lot different when you get older. Like they're important when you're young, and they're still important to this day. I'm not trying to downgrade
Yeah,
that,
I know.
but it's like things change right in your life, right?
I don't know. I think I ask them now, like more for advice now
Like,
than before. Especially my dad.
When I went to Swift Current, like I was by myself. Like, and when I was in Moose Jaw, I was by myself, but not to that degree. Like when I had my first career job, I was in Swift Current. I considered like Ben, like he was a mentor to me. He's like a big brother, and almost like a second parent. Like he helped me in that stage of my life. Like him and Christy, like his wife, were like the people that were like looking out for me and being there for me when I was in Swift Current. And like not to say my parents wouldn't, and they wouldn't, but like they weren't there every day. Like,
no, of course not.
But Ben and Christy were, and they always helped me out, and they always invite me over for dinner and maybe part of their family. So like there are huge people in my life too that aren't even my parents. but like they mean so much to me, and I would do anything for them too, just like my parents, right?
Yeah. With my parents, I feel like I can't talk to them about like relationships and stuff. I just like can't. They can't relate.
It's such a different time.
Yeah, and there's things that they just don't need to know.
Yeah, and like
I you dating a 40.
Okay, I'm not not like dating.
I learned so much like from Ben. Like Ben taught me like how not to waste people's time and not waste your time. Like that's a big thing I never knew before. He's like, you're wasting your time, and you're wasting that person's time if you're not, like in a relationship kind of thing.
Yeah. Or
never lead someone down a garden path. So like you're leading them down this path where they think this is that expectation, but then you really, you under deliver on that expectation.
Oh, I'm so bad for that, man.
Yeah, but
I'm so bad for that.
He really like ingrained that in me, and I never knew about that stuff until he showed me the way, right? And he showed me how to, have those tough conversations and this and that in a work environment, but also in a personal environment. So like I wouldn't have learned that without him, and I don't think I would have been level-headed and been so much more confident in myself after I left Swift Current. Without him, like I don't think I'd be who I am without him.
Yeah. So, question for you two.
Yeah.
Could your dads kick your ass?
Yeah.
As of like today?
Yeah.
No.
My dad could kick my ass.
Well, your dad's like a black belt.
Dude, no, he's just like a strong fucking guy, like the strongest. When I was a kid, if I was in trouble, that's usually my mom would be like, wait till your father gets home, and that was the most terrifying thing in the world. And I used to run and hide in the bathroom and lock the door. I did that till I was about 21. My dad would terrify the fuck out of me, and that's the reason why I didn't drink in high school.
Oh,
because
really?
my two older sisters would come home drunk sometimes, and my dad would like lay down the punishment. I'm talking like 3 months steady grounded. Like you're not.
Holy shit.
I know, and I was like, I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, terrifying to this day. One time, man, I'm such an idiot. This is back when my oldest sister were all in the same house at one point.
Yeah.
And I think I wrote dickhead on the back of her car because it was dirty. And Dom's like, now you have to go pay to wash it off. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And then my dad like burst into my room and like picked me up by my shirt and threw me out of my chair and said, you're going to go wash your car.
Holy shit, dude.
I know. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay, that never happened to me. But
oh yeah. He's intimidating.
My dad,
he's got the big terrorist eyes too.
Oh.
Like the Indian terrorist eyes, like where you can just burn you to the ground, just those. So, when I was a kid, that's who would discipline me, was my dad.
The way my dad, growing up was that he wasn't like, he was never really like physical with us and like punishments, that kind of stuff. He kind of raised us on like respecting, your elders and like the values of like honor and like respect and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So anytime that we ever did anything bad, he would just sort of like just seem like disappointed in you, and for some reason that just really struck to a core for me and my brothers. We're like, yeah, no, we disappointed dad. That's not good,
dude. When you say I'm not mad but I'm disappointed, it's like even worse. It just stings in your soul.
Yeah. I remember failing a couple classes in university.
Yeah,
just because like there was a bit of a period where I just like couldn't go to school because I was sick. And I ended up getting like, I think it was like a third year or fourth year archaeology class. I got like a 30% or something. Just because I went to one class the entire semester.
Yeah.
And all I did was write the paper, which was late, and then I came to the final and just obviously bombed it.
Yeah.
And I remember just having that conversation with him, of him being just so disappointed in me, just because I felt bad because I didn't pay for that class.
Yeah.
That class was like probably like $600 plus like a $200 textbook.
Dude, that was my motivation for college. It was like my parents helped me pay for a good portion of it. Pretty much got 2 years free. I just had to pay for my books like in one semester, the last semester. I'm like, I can't fail fucking class. I was like, they paid that much, they saved that much money up for me. I can't let them down. That was my biggest thing. Like that was my biggest motivation to get through everything in college. It was just like, I cannot let them down. I can't fail for them.
Yeah.
Especially when I went to Moose Jaw, I was like, I better fuck it. Like, and that's why I studied and I made sure that was the best marks I ever had. They were even better than high school.
That was like your why, was like, don't let them down.
I was like, don't let them down. I was like, I can't let them down. Like especially like if I'm moving and dedicated to moving here to get this second year done, like I cannot fail a class. So like I got like, my lowest mark was like a 71. Yeah.
Wow.
And that was just like studying. I got one of my papers was the highest paper in the class. I got a 96.
Okay, man, show up.
I know. I was actually, and all I did was listen to Linkin Park.
Do you have it framed on your or hung up on your?
No,
fridge
I don't
next to
even
your
know where it is.
macaroni
I don't
pictures?
even have the laptop anymore.
Oh.
But I what I did was I literally did I always procrastinate. but I always like found that procrastination was good for me, like for papers and stuff.
Yeah, the stress, like last minute.
So yeah, I'm like, I'll actually get it done. So I literally just put in like my headphones and I listen to music.
Eye of the Tiger on repeat
no,
for
Linkin
6
Park,
hours.
man. It was just always Linkin Park, and then I would just like find my quotes and research.
Somewhere I Belong on repeat.
No.
Oh,
No.
which one?
No, I would listen to the whole album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd listen to a bunch of albums.
All right, Matt, I want to ask you, how did your parents feel when you first introduced them to Ashley?
Oh, they were happy, of course. You know, they're like, "Hey, yeah, you finally got a girlfriend, Matt." No, I'm just kidding. No, they're very happy, man. Like I was happy too. Like you know, it was cool. It's cool. I mean, I can't really remember the whole thing, but like I know that they were very happy, and for me, and she's a great girl, right? So they're happy about that too. So
Were you nervous at all? Like
no.
Okay.
Dude, I mean, I was kind of nervous when I met her parents for the first time, but like I was also excited. So it was like one of those like excited, nervous ones, and it was fun.
Laughing uncontrollably.
I was such a kiss ass.
The most inappropriate moments.
I was such a kiss ass.
Like,
Like, because it just turned like it was just Ashley's mom's birthday, so I brought flowers for her.
Oh,
birthday.
Matthew.
I was such a kiss ass. Yeah.
If I was like her brother, I'd be like, oh god, who's
There's
this
no
guy?
brother, so it was fine.
I'm saying if
Yeah,
there was,
her
Matthew.
dad
I'm
was
saying if
like-
there was Matthew. Have some imagination.
Her dad was like kiss ass.
Yeah. The first time.
I was like, hey man, you gotta. That's what I said.
That's
yeah.
what you said to him.
Yeah, of course.
You look at me, and go, you're next.
Okay. Now,
Do you guys have any like other people that you would consider like parent, like you know that you can go for advice that aren't necessarily your parents, but you can lean on and that have given you advice to help you grow as a person?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people, but I still just prefer my parents for some, or I guess just my dad. My mom doesn't really give me much advice, but my dad does.
I have
Actually, you know what? Can I just tell a quick?
Yeah,
funny,
go ahead,
funny-
go ahead.
Okay, so I hurt my back really bad a couple months ago. I was just
Yeah.
skateboarding, or no, I wasn't skateboarding. I was fucking just walking down the fucking stairs, and my whole back seized up.
Oh.
And then I tried to phone my mom because for some reason when I get hurt, that's when I
Yeah.
phone. And then I tried phoning her. She didn't answer because she's retired now and doesn't get up till 9. So I phoned my dad at like 6:30 in the morning. He answered because I think he's on a call. And I'm like, Dad, can you bring me some Aleve and like a magic bag? Like I'm dying here.
Yeah.
My mom phones me back when she wakes up, and I tell her what happened. And you think you get some? Oh, I'm so like that sucks. You know, like I'll get this. She says, "You're getting old. I got my first back attack when I was 22 years old. I was pregnant with Lauren, and I had Dominique, and I couldn't even get into the car. You need to stop skateboarding." I'm like, I wasn't even from skateboarding. She's like, no, you need to stop skateboarding. You're not 19 anymore. That's what our conversation was. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Mom.
your dad's the one going, "Oh no, I'll get you your stuff," and your mom's just like, "No, no."
Oh man, the amount. Okay, I'm gonna. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna
This is
try
like
and
a
find
shit
something.
on your Christian's mom. Podcast.
No, I love my mom. She's
I'm
just like
kidding.
Okay, I
kidding.
would not describe myself as a mama's boy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's just not that relationship. I always find that strange. Like, Buddy Jordan there, he's a mama's boy.
Oh, Jordan.
Oh yeah, he loves his mom like to death, and like they like go for brunch and stuff. And I'm like, man, I can't remember the last time I ever went for supper.
It's
with my
weird because
mom.
like Jordan's dad's exactly like Jordan.
Kind
He
of.
talks like Jordan.
If Jordan was like more like conservative, I guess.
All right.
All right, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say back to your original question, Matt. I have because like my family has, my dad's like siblings and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
range in age by a lot, and on my dad's side, technically, me and my brothers are the youngest of the cousins out of that group. So like we have like. We call them nephews and nieces, but like they're our cousins' kids, right?
Yeah.
But they're older than us, right? So I have
the Calgary one, right? That's a cousin then. The one we say that.
those ones are all from my mother's side.
Oh, they're
but
your
those,
mom's. Okay.
Those ones are different. But on my dad's side, out in Seattle, which is where I fucked off to, I have a cousin out there and her husband, and like I was just absolutely burnt out and lost and shit like that. So I spent 6 months out there with them.
Yeah,
they were fantastic.
Yeah,
okay, I found the video. Can you put your headphones on to make sure you can hear it properly? So it's my parents. They got new couches in the living room.
Yeah.
And they wanted to keep the couches nice, so they put cardboard on it so the cats wouldn't sit, or if they do sit on it, it doesn't affect it. But eventually, my mom got tired of the cardboard sitting on there, and this is their argument about it.
I have no idea.
Yes, I do have an idea.
I know you don't.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, when I wheeze at night, I'm fine. You just You have no idea.
Sanjeev, you're fine.
We just had we had a deal.
No, it wasn't there. I don't remember shaking on it and saying, "Is it a deal?" I did it, okay? And then after a while, I was sick and tired of it. When I come down the stairs, I want to look at my couch. And I want to look at my chairs.
Of course, yeah, it's all about that.
Always about me, right? Because I'm so selfish.
Holy shit, I'm scared of your mom.
Oh
Holy
my god,
shit.
I just take videos. Like, we're in Hawaii. I have another one here, and
Oh,
it's
good God.
this is the last one.
Okay.
Christian, if you wanted to pick up better, just hold it to the
Okay,
front
yeah,
of
okay.
the thing.
They're driving in Hawaii, and my dad didn't come off the green light fast enough for her.
Uh-huh.
Light,
We're not in Saskatoon.
doesn't matter here too. When the light turns green, be ready to go. Be ready to go. Don't be sitting there, la-di-da-di-do. Yeah, I know you can't do it.
I'm not staying there for 5 seconds, Trace.
Your reaction time is not prompt, is what I'm trying to say.
Everybody has a different reaction time.
Well, you need to stay on top of your reaction
No.
time.
Thanks. I'm fine with my
You can
reaction
drive like a
time.
75-year-old man.
And they don't even know I'm recording. As soon as they start arguing, I get my camera out. I had one argument because my mom made like a pulled pork thing or something in a crock pot, and my dad he works from home, right?
Yeah.
And he decided to put 2 Thai chilies in it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He thought
He
that would
likes
add flavor.
spicy?
Yeah,
I
but I mean
guess.
2 in a giant crock pot. And when they were eating, my mom happened to get both and didn't know. And she's not really good with spice.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting at the table, and she got both, and she got so mad at him. And I filmed the whole thing. I don't know where that video went, but she was like, "Sanjeev, you know I can't do that. Like, I can't have spicy food, you know."
Yeah. That's
But-
hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
Your mom can get scary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was driving me and my buddy to Thirsty Scholar once, and some person cut her off on the road, and she's like, "I'm just gonna punch him in the head."
Oh, God.
And then Paul was just like, "Oh my god, is this your mother?" Yeah.
So you were saying about your cousins in Seattle there?
Yeah, they were fantastic people, and you know, they were probably in their mid 40s
Oh, yeah.
or so, and yeah, it was just great hanging out with them, and they treated me like I would expect my parents were treating me, and
But they probably gave you some sound advice, like, you know, like from a different aspect, right? Like if you needed to talk to someone. Like,
oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, and then like the fact that, you know, I guess I would say, what is that, the West Coast there?
Yeah.
You know, the lifestyle and just sort of like the thought processes are
Very
a lot
different.
different than
Yeah.
you know what we get in the prairies here.
Like
yeah.
how so?
Well, it's a lot more chill, like out on the West Coast, I think.
California, SoCal. Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like it's not like Seattle's completely different too. Like it's busy, but it's not as busy. Like, you know, and there's people. It's a tech, and they're, you know, people are more relaxed, I think you could say, right? There was that what you experienced?
Yeah, and like you know, from the general sense that I got from my parents whenever they gave me sort of advice or something like that, it's like, okay, you need to have a plan, you need to follow through with this plan, you know, get things done and that kind of stuff. And then when I moved out to Seattle, there a lot of their sort of comments were, you know, you will just have to focus on you and then let other things, let everything else in the world happen, and you react to that. You don't need to always have contingencies and backup plans and you know, steps to take immediately. It's like, just
Do you think that's because, like, I'd say for sure Vancouver City, or like Van City, right? Like there's a lot of wealth there. Do you think that's like in Seattle too? Like there's a lot of wealth, so they're more laid back in that kind of aspect?
Probably, yeah.
And they feel more comfortable because they have that financial backing.
yeah, probably.
Like I think that's why it's so comfortable out there, like in those two areas for sure. California's not like that because California's fucking busy all the time, man. Like there's always
when
stuff
we went
to
to Huntington, that was pretty.
do. Like
that
the
was
beach is
fucking
it depends,
awesome.
like,
That's
depends
like
where you
pretty
go in
relaxed.
California too. Like if you go to
Yeah, if
Palm
you're, like-
Springs, like it's super chill there because
Yeah.
everyone's retired or like, you know.
Like downtown LA, like fucking like Van Nuys or some shit. Like that'd be fun.
I hated LA.
I love LA.
No, LA is cool, but it's so fucking busy. It's
There are parts
stupid.
of it that I enjoyed, like when we were just like walking around on Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
That was fun. At Disneyland, Universal, that was cool. The fucking traffic and
Yeah.
Ubering everywhere was just a
Yeah,
goddamn
that was pretty
nightmare.
expensive. We
Like
had to-
Vegas traffic isn't that bad. Like
No, because Vegas
it's-
is not that big.
yeah, but it's nice, man. Like, and then if you're off the
How how big is Vegas? Like square
I
mileage?
have no idea.
You think it's like the size of like Edmonton or something, like in total, because people just go to that strip, right, which is
Yeah.
a couple miles long or something.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Vegas that's like residential.
But even
and stuff.
like when there's a lot of people walking the strip though, it works. Like it doesn't feel too like crowded and shit. Like you feel pretty like you got enough space.
Vegas is 352 square kilometers. Let's see what Edmonton is.
Okay, say what Saskatoon is. Let's compare
Saskatoon?
to Saskatoon. So
I would say
352 square
maybe
kilometers.
Saskatoon's more spread out.
Saskatoon is 228.
That's
All right.
that's it's not far off though. It's not that far.
So
Depends wherever they draw the lines
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
city. So it
Yeah.
could be like mostly desert. Who knows?
what is Edmonton then?
Big. It's probably like 500 maybe.
684.
Okay.
So
So Edmonton's 2 times as big as Vegas.
Yeah.
But Edmonton is fucking spread out though. Like it's fucking huge.
The thing about living in Canada, man.
Yeah.
Everything's so fucking spread out.
It's like Calgary too. That's why Calgary takes like an hour to get to the mountains from Airdrie and stuff.
Also, all that construction going on right now. It's
Yeah.
brutal to try to get out of the city.
Oh yeah. In Calgary?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like if you try to take the
Excuse me.
the bypass, the Stony Trail, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all under construction.
all right, back to parents. I have a question for you, Matt.
Yeah.
Your sister's getting married.
Mm-hmm.
How's your parents feel about that?
Oh, they're excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. Yep. Yeah. We all like Adam. He's a great guy. So they're very happy. We all knew it was gonna happen. Like he was a really good guy, and she really liked him, and we kind of figured it was gonna happen, and then she's getting all her stuff, kind of getting ready for next July. I still don't know the day on July. Like that's embarrassing, but I remember like she came like a month ago. I'm like, yeah, which day is it in July again?
Oh my
I knew
God.
it was in July.
Don't
but-
you? Oh, they probably didn't give you an invitation, right? 'Cause it's just,
Well, I do have an invitation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so yeah. I mean, they're very excited for it. My mom's been down there. They went dress shopping. They found the dress, all that stuff. So yeah, no, they're very, very, very excited. So
Okay, so would you say that your mom's like really, really invested in this wedding?
I think she's invested in helping my sister. Like
Okay.
like I don't know, like if she doesn't talk about it every day or like when other people come over, right? Like it's not part of the what she talks about, but she's very excited for sure. Like, and she's like I know even yesterday my sister was trying to find the flowers that she would carry down the aisle, and like they were going over it like on text and stuff like that. So she's really helping my sister with that kind of stuff. So that
Okay.
part she's excited.
Christian, are any of your sisters married?
yeah, my older sister Dominique.
Okay. How involved was your mother in that?
Oh yeah, I think very involved. I don't know. I wasn't really that involved.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I'm just trying to gauge.
They put Christian on the kids' table with all the kids.
Oh my God, I sat. My table was my cousin Naresh,
Yeah.
Brett, Cody, Jordan.
Oh, they were all invited.
Yeah. They
Oh,
all.
cool.
Dom let me bring them as my +1.
Cool. That's awesome.
So I brought them, and then so that was pretty wild night.
That's awesome.
It was out at my grandma's house
Oh yeah.
in her backyard, and it was pretty fucking cool night.
Okay, because my mom has always wanted a daughter, but she got 3 boys instead.
Well, then she'll get 3 daughters.
Yeah. But the thing is,
Maybe.
now the way she was thinking about it is like she doesn't have to worry about weddings because like she doesn't have to be involved in it at all. Like that's just the general consensus. Like guys just
She's actively said this to you?
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'd say it's true. Yeah. I think the bride's mother would probably be more involved.
Does your mom bug you? I think I've asked you this before, but it was a while ago. Does your mom bug you about trying to find a girlfriend?
She did for a long time, and then she kind of stopped in the last little while. Again, it goes back to me and my brothers not telling my mother anything. I learned very early on just from watching my older brother, you don't bring a girl home unless you're really, really serious about it.
Yeah.
So because like my mom, like I said, my mom always wanted a daughter. So the one time my older brother brought a serious girlfriend home, my mom became very attached very quickly.
You told this story.
Right, and then when they broke up, it kind of devastated her. So we've learned to not put my mom through that and us through that kind of experience again. So like my older brother is now with his girlfriend for about 2 years or so. My mom didn't know or meet her until last year, a little before Christmas, because like my mom knew my older brother was seeing someone, but didn't know how serious it was.
Yeah.
Up until the point where my older brother goes, "Hey, I'm gonna fly the entire family out to Seattle to go spend time with the family out there, and you'll get to meet my girlfriend." And my mom goes, "Huh, huh."
Does your brother live in Seattle?
He lives in Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Yeah, and then he just trains down to Seattle to see her.
Sweet.
And like that is where I've learned to, hey, don't bring a girl home.
It's funny. I'll tell my sisters about like if I'm hanging out with a girl, and then they just tell my parents. So I've kind of stopped telling my sisters about anything like that because they were like, my dad was like, "So who's Barbara?" And I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ, I'm not talking about this. It's just this girl that I met on Bumble that I've gone out with a couple times. That's it."
Sweet Barbara.
Yeah, like I'll tell my brothers, and my brothers will like, "Yeah, whatever." Like my mom will always come up to me, and my little brother's like, "Oh, so has your older brother talked about his girlfriend in the last little while, or what are they planning?" I'm like, I don't know. Like I'll play that card. It's like,
Even if you did know, would you tell her?
no,
Yeah, exactly.
no. Like it's like, okay, what are they planning this? I'm like, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
And then that's just the, I guess, agreement that me and my brothers have. Like
Yeah.
we'll go, "Hey, I kind of know the situation, but I'm not willing to give you all the details."
Yeah, my parents have never asked, ever, about that stuff. Like, "Oh, you have a girlfriend? You seen anybody?" Nothing. Which
Do
is
you
like,
want them to?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sounds like you do.
It's like I don't think I'd want to have that conversation, but it's curious to why they haven't asked, I guess.
Now, are they like that with your sisters?
Well, my sisters have all had long term. Like Lauren has been dating the same guy for almost 10 years. Madeline's been dating the same guy for like 3 years. He pretty much lives at my house, at my parents' house. And then
Sweet.
Sean and Dom have been together for like 13 years or something. So it's like,
I think that maybe they've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, a majority of your kids are all settled. You're the only one
they
left.
have 2 grandchildren too. So
And they're
it's
like, we're just gonna let Christian do whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah.
Well, like what? But it's not a big deal. Like I don't think like they. I mean, if something brings, if they get wind of something, they'll probably talk to you about it and say like, "Who is she?" and this and that, and how are things going with it. But like, I don't think that they're always gonna like ask you every time you're there. Like, "Hey, have you seen anyone or anything like that?" Like,
Yeah.
Maybe they feel bad too because it's like, well, if he's not seeing anyone, like, why do we keep bringing it up? Like to kind of like remind him about it.
I wonder if they like thought that I was just like crazy or something.
No,
or like
dude,
a
man.
shitty
And
person.
everyone's got a different path.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Everyone's got a different
you
path.
look-
I just
You-
like
You
feel
guys
like,
worry too much about
I
being
do,
28.
but the thing is, I'll go out with a
Like,
girl and then I just feel super apathetic about it. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, like I'm just like
you're
not
just
into this.
not feeling
you
it.
guys just
yeah.
gotta like go out and meet people and have fun, enjoy your life, and when it happens, man. Like
Can't, man. COVID.
you guys focus so much on like trying to get this stuff to happen really quick. It's
I
not how
don't
it
though
works.
anymore.
I know, but like you guys try too hard. Enjoy it. Like just be
'Kay.
Christian, sing,
Now-
go skateboard, go to fucking Hawaii, go to California, go fucking to Australia if you want to, man. Like go do it.
I was gonna do that, and then my
Then
dad
go
talked
do
me out
it.
of it.
Well, then go do it.
My dad was
What's
like, "Don't."
stopping
My
you
dad's
from
like,
doing it?
My dad. He was like, "Don't do it." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "It's not a good career move. Don't do that."
Yeah, but was it a good career move for your? Well, not it's not even a career move, but was it good for your dad to have a kid at 18 and just like with the?
Yeah, but that wasn't.
But how did it work out? It worked out fine.
Oh god, it was a nightmare
yeah,
for a
it
long
might have
time.
been a nightmare, but it worked out,
It
didn't
was a
it?
nightmare.
Yeah, but it worked out.
And yeah, like how many years later? But
Doesn't matter how many.
I
years
I
later.
know
Yeah.
I see your point.
So
I
go
get it.
do it, man. You got one life. Wouldn't you want to go skateboard in Australia and
That'd be
fucking
dope. I'd love to do that.
yeah, work in Australia and enjoy it for a year or whatever, and then you come back or whatever. Like, go do those things, man.
I
You never
did.
have a
I did.
chance.
Oh, I hope this. But I did sort of apply for a job in Guelph, Ontario.
Sweet.
Like Crossnote's cool and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always kind of like looking,
yeah,
and it's for a cider maker
Yeah.
at this place called Rebel Cider Company.
sweet.
And they do like a lot of cool, like they do wild fermentations, which means they don't use like commercial yeast. They just
Yep.
let whatever's on the skins of the fruit ferment it,
Yep.
and then they don't add like sugar, they don't add preservatives and any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's actually kind of cool. And so I applied, spruced up my resume, sent a cover letter, and
Yeah.
honestly, I'm just hoping that the guy just reaches back and says like, even like, hey,
Something.
we're not, we found someone, but I'd be like, it'd be cool to make that connection, kind of.
You know what? Like I remember, like when I was in Swift Current.
But I did phone my dad actually before I had the whole everything attached to the email and the email
Yeah.
body. And before I hit send, I phoned my dad. It was like 9:30 at night. And I'm like, what do you think about this? And he's like, you should just do it.
Yeah. Like,
You should just to see what happens.
What's the worst thing that they're going to do is tell you no.
Or the worst thing, I was actually afraid they would say like this, like maybe like, yeah, you should. But like, you want this job kind of thing, or I want to interview, and then so what happens if I get it? Then I gotta move everything to Guelph. Like that would.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, but dude, like maybe you'll go to Guelph and like have so much fun and not like you're like holy shit.
I know,
'cause
it'd be kinda cool.
Their winter is not as bad as it is here.
I know.
Then-
It's pretty.
You move out there, you have an amazing life. You forget about us, you forget about this podcast, and then we all go downhill from here.
No,
No,
then
I'll,
he'll also be on Discord for podcasts.
I'll be on Discord.
And then the other
And then
thing
we'll
is, like,
we'll fly out there and do some podcasts
Yeah.
out there.
But like the other thing is like probably listen to it anyway. Like me and Ashley are thinking about going to like Calgary.
yeah,
for
you
Airdrie.
were saying that.
Like I wanna. At first, like when I was young, when I was in Swift Current, like I want to get home, like because I have my friends and I want to be with my friends, and I knew there was a window of like probably like 4 or 5 years, like when it was like 22, that I have left with my friends before people start settling down and getting married. And, eventually there's going to be kids. Like, it's just a matter of time. We got a couple friends that are married right now. So, like, it's just a matter of time before that stuff happens. And I feel like I'm at that stage where it's like, okay, I'm there now. Like, where I see that. Now it's like trying to, like, go explore and do stuff that I want to do before I get settled down and stuff like that. Like, with
Abu Dhabi, man, 2022. Let's do it.
Sure.
Jayson, you can come if you want.
But you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff, like...
We just got to stay away from China because I've said some pretty bad things
Yeah,
about China.
no, none of us should go to China.
But that's like the thing, like why not go explore the mountains, explore more of Canada, and be somewhere, try something new, like in that city. There's so much more to do than there is in Saskatoon.
Oh yeah, there's
Like,
a whole world out there.
And home is always gonna be home, but like it'd be cool if we go to Airdrie because then my sister's there and we have an inn right there with her, right, and her husband, and then or her fiance right now, but soon to be husband. And then, like, their family and stuff, because I've met them all, and they're great people. So
Yeah.
it's like...
So you're not too lonely.
Yeah. And then, you know what?
I thought about that,
we,
too,
We
yeah.
try for a year.
I-
If we like it, we stay for
Would
a
you,
bit
like,
longer.
get a different job, or would you just, like,
Oh, yeah,
transfer?
of course. Yeah.
They got Old Dutch in Alberta,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they do, yeah. But, I mean, I'd also be willing just to go somewhere, like, try something new, right? Like...
All I'm saying, Matty, Calgary is like 6 hours away.
Yeah. And, dude,
That's a big deal.
the other thing is, like, I think that's what we want to do. We're not going to do anything until the start of 2021 because we want to start saving some money so we have something as a base for when we do it, apply for jobs and stuff like that. And, like, Ashley's got a great, resume. So, like, if she can easily get probably on in Calgary and they pay more, obviously the cost of living's higher, but they pay more. And then there's
probably
some,
cheaper now,
there's some
actually.
really good jobs that pay you $25 an hour and you don't even need an education, like, in Airdrie. Like, but that's not the point. But
Let's pick up the Entertaining Stupid podcast, move it out to Calgary, and hope we make money out there.
Well, dude, like, there's the mountains out there and stuff. Like, there's so much to explore. And the BC's, like, whatever, like, 6 hours away. Like, it's not very far either.
So we all can conclude that Saskatoon's kind of a dump.
No,
I've been saying that for a long time
I
now.
like Saskatoon a lot, but, like, it's time to get out of your comfort zone a bit. Like, for me. Like,
It's a comforting place, and I will dump on Saskatoon as much as anybody else. But I love the place, but
It's easy to get around. That's about the only thing it has going for it.
yeah.
I like a lot of stuff, but like you go out and then I'm sure there's lots of stuff you can explore too. Like there is the sand dunes like 2 hours away. Like there's stuff you can do, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like you can just go an hour outside of Calgary and be in the Rocky Mountains and do hikes and go snowboarding and skiing, and do trails. Like you can't do that stuff here.
Not really. Yeah, I mean, there's some hardcore outdoorsy person be like, yeah, there's so much stuff in Saskatchewan. But I'm like, ugh.
Beaver
And then
Creek.
there's people that just love being here, and that it goes both
Which
ways.
I don't understand. I've met some people who just absolutely love this place, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
The biggest regret is like I when I went to visit my sister's campus when she was in college at Sept. I'm like, fuck, I should have went to Sept. Like Sept was so cool, man.
Jordan went to Sept, and I
Yeah.
visited him at his campus once. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I walked in,
so
and the girls
pissed
were
off.
beautiful, and the dorms were like a hotel, and I
Yeah,
was like,
dude.
why the fuck didn't I come
I
here
was-
and do something stupid like
I was
philosophy?
So pissed. Yeah, I was so pissed that I didn't go to Sept because I'm like, this would have been awesome. It's like right on this hill, giant hill, and you see the downtown right in the distance.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Like, fucking damn it.
Fuck, I should have done that. That's one of the big things. I wish I would have went to school somewhere else, like moved away, because I would have been, because when you move away, there's more of a commitment.
Yeah.
Like say if I went to Alberta or BC for school, like UBC.
Yeah.
Then you're there and you've spent all this time and you moved, and
UBC
instead of like,
gorgeous,
because
too.
having a fucking university in the town you live in, it's so easy just to be like, I'm over this.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's no more of a commitment than when you had to go to high school, right? But you were compelled to do high school.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, I think that's the thing. Like, so that's why you just got to go do what you want to do, man. Like,
do what you want to do.
and parents, like, you like, it's good that your dad gave you advice, but it's cool that he's like, yeah, go for it. You know.
You could I could tell in his voice that he was just like, it's probably not the right thing for you to do, but do what you want.
But he also, like, probably selfishly, he wants you to stay around because he wants to see his son.
Yeah, I know, but
like, that's part of it too.
He wants me to build this whole brand as a cider maker. Yeah, until
do it. I'll back you up.
But
yeah, well, I told you about this.
I'm just gonna say this to you, man. Like he wants you to do that, but you got to do what you want to do.
I know, but I know what he thinks I should do is what I should do, because it's
a smart thing.
It's a smart option, because he's a very smart man. And he's a lot smarter than I am.
He's a smart man, but he also took risks.
Because I could see me being like, I'm gonna fucking do what I want, and then 6 years later, I end up back here, and I'm like, I don't know, not doing anything. It's like, I should have stayed at, because Cross Mountain's this big thing, and I could have been that. And
the way I see it though, too, man, it's like you go to Guelph and you add something else onto your resume because you went somewhere else.
But it sucks if it's
different.
like if it's a step back.
How is it a step back?
Like, okay, right now I'm as head cider maker, I'm like production manager, and we're going through this whole transition of going to cans, like more production, and I'm like one of the key people in that, like being the creator of all of it.
Yeah.
But if I gave that all up to go get a $20 an hour cider making job at this small company that's not well financially backed, it's cool because I get to move away and experience something different. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm kind of taking a step back career wise.
Sure, but then
it's a weird kind of balance, because it's a.
But then look at the other
weird compromise.
The other aspect though too is that if you went there and it was not financially balanced, and you helped create it to be financially stable, and it became a hit in the market, you did that, and you're part of that, and you created
which
that.
I could do now. Doing that at Cross.
Yeah, but then like say you have that here and you've done it here, and then you go and do it somewhere else, then you have way more. Someone wants you even more because you've done it at two places and proven that you can do it.
I think Alan Watts says that even if you take all the data into consideration, you still will make like the wrong decision or something, or you still make a decision like in a split second before you have to make it.
I mean, in everything there's risk, and there's always going to be risk, but like it's you willing to take that risk on and put in the work that creates that good experience.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take that jump, and if you can be comfortable and do whatever you want for the rest of your life, right? Like I could do this chip thing if I wanted to. Like it's easy, it's comfortable, but I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. Like I want to do something that I want to do, like because I care about it. At least you have something you really like, you know, and you love.
I still could do something different, but I don't know.
But like maybe like you take that plunge, you learn something new, and you're like, well, maybe I want, like now that I've learned from two different cider makers, and this guy maybe I don't know how old is Cross Mount?
2016, so 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. How old's the place in Guelph?
Oh, I have no idea. I can't remember.
Let's just say it's 20 years, so they got 14 years more experience.
Oh, it's less than that, but yeah.
I know. Let's just say that for hypothetical, right? Then you learn something way different out there that you can go and create your own thing, and maybe you have like, the backing. If you go, hey, I want to do this here, and you get people that invest in it and become part of that.
See, that's the crazy thing, though. I don't see myself as an entrepreneur at all. I feel like I don't have any of those qualities.
Yeah, but you see,
a lot of people don't see that at the very beginning, but you just build the right team around you.
Like, remember business school, they would show you the 7 qualities of an entrepreneur or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, I have like maybe one of those things.
I think that the only thing you need for that is your passion for cider. Like, and you that's
the problem though, that like I don't want to shit on Crossmount too much, but it's pretty like modern ciders, like full like really sweetened. They just want to kind of like produce as much as they can, and being like I don't want to shit on it like publicly like this. Like I'm not shitting on it. Like it's a great great thing in the prairies.
You wish
but the thing
more
is
creativity, right?
No, because I put creativity into it. Yeah. The thing is, I'm very alone when it comes to cider.
Yeah.
Like I don't work with people who know about cider.
Yeah.
And that's kind of difficult for me because you tend to lose the passion a little bit for it. But if you're like around people who actually know what they're doing, it's like and know about cider and know about all these like things, I feel like I'm not growing. I'm growing more as a manager at Crossmount than an actual cider maker. I feel like my skills aren't improving cider making wise, but
I would say for that sort of situation, there's sort of two options, or there's the way I see it is, Christian, if you feel like nobody around you is as passionate as you are in making cider, try and instill that passion in the people around you. If it takes, great. If it doesn't, then maybe the environment's not right for you.
yeah.
Well, I think like
I'll tell you. I'll explain more.
Okay, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
just call it here, because we're at an hour now and it's
wow.
been running.
Well,
Okay.
I got one more thing.
'Kay.
I got one more thing.
Okay,
Like,
fine.
I
Matt.
think with the entrepreneur stuff, like Jayson had said, you have as long as you have that passion, the other stuff that you aren't savvy in, if you surround yourself with those people that are savvy in it, and you create a team, you can go anywhere, man. The sky's the limit. Like,
Look at this
that
podcast,
stuff.
Matty. We were drunk one night, and
Yeah.
you said, "Let's start a podcast."
I can't do this stuff that he does, like the editing and all that. But I know I can be a part of the solution for creating entertainment.
I think we were drunk, and I was like, "Hey Matt, we should do a podcast." You're like, "I already do a podcast." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, really?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
I
then
think this is awesome. This is like so much fun. I wish I could do
is
this
fun.
for
Matt was like, one night he was like, "Yeah, let's do a podcast," and we were all drunk and we're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then the next week I had all the equipment ordered and everything.
That's just like New
planned.
Zealand. That was like New Zealand. We were all
See,
drinking.
I like that. I hate indecisiveness. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, we were all just drinking at the Thirsty Scholar. I'm like, let's go to New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand. And
I really
everyone's
want-
like, yeah,
yeah.
let's go. So we all saved money and went to
Yeah.
New Zealand.
And then now, what is it? We've been doing this for about a year and a half now. We're
Yeah.
finally throwing in some video.
Yeah. It's just stuff like that. And then our YouTube video is going to eventually come out. I tried playing it. I couldn't get it to work. The video, like for
File
the,
that you sent?
yeah, the file that you sent.
I
Like,
got
it
it to
wouldn't
work.
work on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to
on my
read.
phone.
No, I'll have to just trade on my desktop. So it'll be fine.
Okay. All right. We're going to call it there. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Camera's new. Hopefully we continue on with this. We'll get a new camera, and
Glad I didn't pick my nose.
I will remember to actually have everything charged so the lights don't just kill 20 minutes in.
That's
so.
okay.
Hey, we're learning.
Baby steps, right?
We're learning. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Danny
All right.
steps.
Yeah. Bye, guys.